Now is the time where reality and insanity fall into one plane. Whether the stories torment you or simply fall into memory is entirely up to you. You are the factor that will make either this story real or a mere fantasy, for I am just the messenger from another time and world. But now the time draws near. The translucent hour. Social encounters. A term used for a concept that all human beings need. Humanity strives and thrives from merely being around their fellow man. But what would happen to those who were left by themselves, whether out of their own doing or by an unknown force? A man alone with his thoughts could be both a blessing and a curse. Join me now on the planet Earth, Population 1, where a man without a name is about to be paid a visit by the translucent hour. The last man on Earth sat in the corner of his room. There was a knock at his door. No, the man thought. There's no one out there. I merely imagined it, he told himself promptly. There had been a mysterious illness that had broken out among the world, causing all who came across it to succumb as soon as it got into their system. The man does not remember what the cause of the epidemic was. He had gone insane long ago. All he knew was that there were no survivors. There was no one left. He was the last man standing. There was another knock at his bedroom door. The man was frightened. He knew whatever was out there was not right. But he needed to know who was at his door. The man, shaking and stiff, got up to look through the eye hole on the door. He slowly put his eye to the hole, only to be met by 2 rows of knife-like teeth. Then an eye. It was inky black and full of malice. He could hear the being breathing heavily, excited by its find. The man jumped back, because now it didn't matter if he pretended he wasn't there. The creature already knew of his presence. The man's door was busted down, and all he saw was a bright light before escaping into a world of black. The man woke up in a white room, completely unharmed. He heard a voice. "Mr. Smith, I see you have finally awoken." The man, confused and still shaken from whatever that creature was, turned to the voice and said, "Where am I? Am I dreaming? Are there more survivors?" The man was horribly confused. Everyone had died. How is it possible to even be in the presence of another human being? The woman responded, "Mr. Smith, whatever are you talking about? You're in a hospital. You've been in a coma for 13 years. It's a miracle that you have woken up." The man, surprised and feeling lost, said, So everyone's all right?" He quickly hopped out of the bed and started crying out of joy, for it was all a horrible nightmare, because there was nothing to worry about anymore. Suddenly, the man woke up. He was back in his dilapidated room. Not a scratch present. And he couldn't believe it. "Just a dream, huh?" said the man, voice cracking, and he started to sob. "Fine then." He stood up and walked to the corner and sat down. The last man on Earth sat in the corner of his room. There was a knock at his door. Genius and insanity, dreams and reality, two sides of the same coin. But when a man is driven to isolation, the difference between them blurs together and nothing is set in stone. And the only way for the man to find solace is in the translucent hour.